Okay, what if I told you that one of the things we're most afraid of, being wrong, is actually a superpower just waiting to be unlocked? Today, we're going to dive into this really cool, kind of counterintuitive idea and see how embracing our mistakes might just be the secret to being our best selves. Just let that sit for a second. We spend so much energy, so much of our lives trying to avoid being wrong. But what if that whole game is rigged against us? What if being wrong isn't a failure at all, but more like a signpost pointing us exactly where we need to grow next? So before we can get to the superpower part, we have to talk about the prison we all live in. I call it the rightness trap. And you know what I'm talking about. It's that constant nagging pressure we all feel to have the right answer every single time. I mean, think about it. It starts so early, right? You're in school, you get a big red X on a test, and it feels like a final judgment on how smart you are. And that just follows you. Fast forward to your career and admitting you messed up in a meeting, man, that can feel like a huge risk. This stuff is just drilled into us. Being wrong is bad. Avoid it at all costs. Now this slide really lays it all out. Look at the two paths here. On the left, that's what happens when we're scared of being wrong. We get stuck, we feel anxious, our creativity just dies. But then look over on the right. That's what opens up when we're okay with being wrong. Real learning, actual innovation, and, this is a big one, way deeper connections with people. When you see it side by side like this, the choice is kind of obvious, isn't it? So, this is where we flip the script. We're going to completely reframe this whole thing. Instead of seeing wrong as this big, scary monster, we're going to see it for what it really is, a secret superpower. So here's the absolute key. The superpower isn't about trying to be wrong all the time. No way. It's all about what you do in that moment you realize you are wrong. It's the ability to grab that moment of incorrectness and immediately turn it into fuel. Fuel for learning faster, for building trust, and for just growing as a person. And this is it. This is the whole mindset shift in one sentence. Think about the feeling behind those words. I was wrong feels like a dead end. It's a period at the end of a sentence. But I learned something new. That's a beginning. It's active, it's optimistic, it's moving forward. That one tiny change in how you talk to yourself, it changes everything. All right, so this superpower sounds pretty good, but what do you actually get from it? Let's break down the real, tangible rewards you get when you start to embrace being wrong. First up, the most obvious one, but honestly, maybe the most powerful. It's all about learning. When you find out you're wrong about something, you've literally just found the exact edge of your current knowledge. It's like a GPS for your brain, pinpointing precisely where you need to build next. People who aren't afraid of this learn so much faster because they're always looking for those gaps and filling them in, instead of pretending they don't exist. Okay, so you're learning faster? Awesome. But there's more. Benefit number 2 is all about creativity. Look, real innovation, the big breakthroughs, they almost never happen in a perfect straight line. It's messy, it's all about trying stuff, experimenting, and being wrong again and again and again until something finally clicks. If you're terrified of failing, you'll never take the creative risks you need to find that truly new idea. The freedom to be wrong is basically the oxygen that good ideas need to survive. And finally, number 3, this is the one that might surprise you. It's not about what you know or what you create. It's about how you connect with other people. Seriously, think about the people you really, truly trust. Are they the people who act like they have all the answers? Or are they the ones who are willing to look you in the eye and say, you know what, I was wrong about that? Admitting a mistake shows you have humility. It shows you're confident enough to be vulnerable. It makes you human, and weirdly enough, it makes people trust you more, not less. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you go from being afraid of being wrong to actually using it as a skill? Let's get practical. Here's your guide to activating your new superpower. Here we go, your 3-step training plan. It's super simple. First, actively seek out people who disagree with you, smart people. And listen, really listen, not to argue back, but to find the holes in your own thinking. Second, just practice saying the words, I was wrong. Start small, with a friend, about a movie, whatever. Just build that muscle. And third, every time you make a mistake, consciously tell yourself, this isn't a failure, this is data. And that's the real key. Don't try to change your whole personality overnight. You don't have to go into a huge board meeting tomorrow and announce you were wrong. Just start small. Find one tiny, super low stakes chance today to try one of these steps. That's how you build momentum. I love this quote because it just nails the whole idea. See, the goal isn't some impossible state of being right all the time. That's not a thing. The real goal is just to get a little less wrong every single day. It's about progress, not perfection. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What's one thing you believe is true? Could be about anything, your job, your life, the world, that you'd be willing to really, honestly challenge today. Because the answer to that question, well, that might just be the first step in unlocking your new superpower.